Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little messed up. I think I'm coming down with the flu. I've been pretty congested the last day or so, but I've got to make videos anyways because you people want to hear them. So, got an interesting piece of information a couple days ago. I saw that Rich Piana had put it out, and Rich was discussing why his other channel had been shut down and he's having to make a new one. And that's a point I want to clarify to a lot of people. A lot of people said, why don't you do Gear Talk stuff anymore? Why did you shut that down with Ice Cream Fitness and you don't even really do it on the new channel? And it's pretty simple, guys, because I know multiple channels that have gotten bans for it on YouTube. And I only talk about testosterone and things like that inside the context of under the care of a medical doctor and with a prescription making it legal. I don't even discuss questionable legal elements of it. If it's not 100% legal, I don't really discuss it. And the reason for that is there's a policy on YouTube that says you're not allowed to promote or discuss illegal activity. So if anabolics are illegal in your country, you're talking about using them without a prescription, possibly in countries to where they aren't legal to have without a prescription, then you're technically violating YouTube's rules. And now, Rich, on the upside though, you can still talk about site enhancement and implants and all of that stuff, which is something you're also clearly an expert on. So, I mean, you can still talk about all that stuff because that's perfectly legal. You just won't be able to talk about the anabolics. And a lot of people want to scream about, oh, free speech, free speech. And it's like, I'm sorry, people, but a lot of people seem to be actually ignorant of what free speech laws actually are inside the United States. You don't have absolute free speech. You have protection from the government restricting your speech. Private companies, private clubs, and your employers can absolutely restrict your speech while you're on the clock or using their services. In fact, have you not noticed all of the things like with the NBA and other sports teams fining team owners and players for making racist comments and restricting that and fining them and banning them for it? That's legal, and it's because they're private businesses, private clubs. YouTube is a private business. They legally have a right to decide what can be said over their medium, what they won't promote it over their media, because simply put, they're legally liable for what's said over here. So if someone gives someone some advice that's illegal, they hear off of YouTube, it gets them arrested, and they decide to sue YouTube, YouTube could lose that lawsuit. So in all honesty, I can understand why they do that. It's not violating people's free speech. They're protecting their own butts. And honestly, you can't blame them for that. So for people who are wondering why I quit doing this a long time ago, even discussing it, it's because of that. I know the rules. I've seen other channels get banned. I'm now aware of the rules, and therefore I follow it. And for people who say, well, why don't you go start another forum or whatever? I go, because I just don't have enough interest in the topic with the amount of easily available information out there for me to go start a side project for it. There's plenty of other people who know just as much. In fact, if people want more information about this, there's people like Dr. Michael Scally, who's got a PhD in endocrinology and a medical doctor who has worked with people on this stuff for years and years and years, who has a Facebook page. If people want good information, they can just go there. There's no need for me to start some sort of web page about it when there's good information already out there by people who know more than I do. Be a waste of my time. I've got better things to do. All right, guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh, Mount Bicepius.